Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Thatcher's Digital Hagwon. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the difference between adjectives and adverbs in English and when and where you should use them. So, we'll take a look. I pulled up the definition of adjective and adverb. So, an adjective is just a word that describes a noun or a pronoun. So, they give an example here. The words blue in the blue car, deep in the water is deep, and tired in I'm very tired are adjectives. Okay. And then an adverb is a word that describes a verb, an adjective, another adverb, or a sentence, and that is often used to show time, manner, place, or degree. So in arrived early, runs slowly, stayed home, and works hard, the words early, slowly, home, hard are adverbs. Okay? So, what I want to do is look at some sentences together and then come up with the answers. So, I got this handout from the Purdue Writing Lab. It's one of the links we have at Thatcher's Digital Hagwon. So you can find any of these there. I'll put a link to it in the description. But this exercise is adjective or adverb exercise 1. So choose the correct item. So we've got he, and then correct or correctly, define the terms. So he defined the terms. So what is this word going to modify? Remember, an adjective modifies a noun or a pronoun. An adverb modifies a verb. An adverb, a sentence. So anything outside of a noun or an adjective too. So he defined the terms. So this right here is going to modify the verb. Right? Defined is our verb. So it is correctly. He correctly defined the terms. The answer sounded, and then we've got correctly or correct. Now, what is this modifying? Well, answer. The answer. And what part of speech is this? It's our subject. It's a noun, so we use the adjective form. Correct. The answer sounded correct. She quickly or quick adjusted the fees. So again, we want to look at what is this modifying? It's modifying adjusted. What part of speech is that? That's a verb. So we're going to go with the adverb form. She quickly adjusted the fees. She adapted to any situation. So again, we want to figure out which one is this word going to modify. It's going to modify adapted. What part of speech is that? We've got our subject, noun, verb coming after the subject in English, and it is modifying the verb. So quickly again. She adapted quickly to any situation. He measured the floor. Exact or exactly. So what is the word this going to modify? Measured. We've got our subject, noun, verb. He measured the floor exactly. They proved to be perfectly or perfect, exactly measurements. So again, we've got to figure things out. So let's take a look here. They proved to be measurements, and exactly or exact is going to modify measurements here. So measurements is what part of speech? It is a noun, right? Measurements are nouns, so exact measurements, it's going to be the adjective form. And here, perfectly or perfect is modifying what? Well, this is going to modify exact. They prove to be perfectly exact. Exact is an adjective. Remember, adverbs modify adjectives. Okay. Adjectives modify nouns or pronouns. Adverbs will modify anything else. The stillness of the tomb was awfully or awful. So again, we want to figure out, what is this modifying? Well, we're modifying the stillness. That's our subject, so it's a noun, so we're going to go with the adjective form. The stillness of the tomb was awful. The tomb was still. Awfully or awful still. The tomb was awfully or awful still. Well, this time we're modifying still, and that's an adjective, so we're going to go with the adverb. The tomb was awfully still. It was a lake to swim in. Dangerously or dangerous? Well, here we're modifying lake, and we're going to go with the adjective. Lake is a noun. It was a dangerous lake to swim in. The man was drunk. So the man was dangerous or dangerously drunk. Drunk is an adjective, so we're going to modify with the adverb dangerously. The gas smelled dangerously or dangerous. So the gas smelled dangerously or dangerous. Are we modifying the gas or smelled? Well, we're modifying the gas and the way it smelled. So it's going to be the adjective. Okay. Modifying that. Gas can't smell something, right? So we can't be modifying the smell of the gas. So it's the gas. She performed magnificently. Magnificently, modifying the verb performed. It was a magnificent magnificent or magnificently beautiful performance. Well, if we're modifying performance, then it would be magnificent. But beautiful is modifying performance, and this is going to be modifying beautiful, which is an adjective. So it was a magnificently beautiful performance. Her voice sounds, modifying voice, beautiful. That's a noun. She sang the song exactly. Sang, verb. She sang the song exactly as it was written. We heard it, modifying heard, perfectly. He was a very person. He was a very sensible person, modifying the noun person. He acted very sensibly. He acted very sensibly, modifying acted. Mike wrote too slowly on the exam, modifying wrote. He always writes slowly, modifying writes. Talk softly or don't talk at all, modifying the verb talk. And we don't have a subject here. It's intended to be you. You talk softly. The music played softly. Adverb modifying played, the verb. Andrea knows the material very good or well. Well, we're modifying knows. So she knows, that's a verb. We're going to use the adverb very well. Okay. She always treats us well. Treats us. Verb. Okay. You must send payments regularly. Send regularly. We deal on a strict cash basis. Cash basis is a noun, strict. The mechanic's tools were, well, his tools. So we're not modifying the verb were. His tools were good. The foreman said that his work was well done. Well done. His work was well done. She worked carefully with the sick children, modifying worked. She was a very careful worker, modifying worker, adjective. He did not pass the course as easily as he thought he would. Pass, verb. I find this novel very interesting. This novel is interesting, adjective. It was, and now we're modifying written, interestingly written, modifying written. Okay, so practice some of those, go over your adjectives and adverbs, and I'll put out another activity, another test for adjectives or adverbs. See you next time, everybody. Thanks for stopping by.